My name is Felix Yarish. I'm happy for this opportunity to tell you a bit about myself and my family history. My story started on May 28, 1901, in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. My father Peter Yarish was born in 1872, in a small village in Belarus, making him a White Russian. Which is, by the way, my second favorite drink. Tragically, he died in 1915 in Pennsylvania from coal mining-related illness. I had just turned 14. My mother Mary Baranowski was born in 1869, in Warsaw, Poland. When they married in 1897, my mother was 2 years older than my father. She was a widower with 2 children, and was a stunningly beautiful woman with long black wavy hair. I had 8 brothers and sisters, Kazimira, and Karl, my half-siblings, and Mary, Edward, Margaret, Julia, Bonnie, and Peter. We had such a substantial family. I was married twice to Catherine Rose Duda, seen here on the left in this photo, the first time, on November 28, 1928, at age 27 in Cleveland. She was born in 1906, in the village of Radzeniai, Lithuania. She was 22 years old when we married, 5 years younger than me. We divorced, the first time, a year later in 1929, and had a second November marriage in 1932. We had 3 children. Our eldest son Philip Felix was born in the winter of 1933, when I was 31 years old. That day was unforgettable, as much for the winter weather conditions as it was the birth of our first child. We had 2 more children, Dolores, who sadly passed as an infant, and Edward, who everyone knew as Eddie. In this lovely photo my wife Catherine is holding our grandson Philip Patrick Yarish. Young Eddie is taller than her already at 15. I later married again, my 3rd or 4th, it just depends on how one counts these things. I married Virginia Lee Reese, her first marriage, on May 11, 1940 in Cleveland. She and I were both living in East Cleveland at the time. I might have been a little less than honest as I look at this document. I'm a few days shy of 39, but I list myself here as 34. She is 24. And oh, here I am noted as married just once previously. Virg and I had 1 son in the summer of 1950, Robert Dennis. We divorced in Cleveland, on the 23rd of January 1952. She later remarried, but not I. Almost though, when I moved to Florida a few years later. I purchased my home in Yankeetown, Florida in April of 1958 and had been living there for 3 years when Elvis and crew came to film the movie, Follow That Dream, in the summer of '61. Some might say, I also followed my dream, but I say I was just living the dream, and it all happened. I passed away quietly in my sleep, on June 5, 1984, in Sarasota, Florida. Life, don't you know? I had 3 grandchildren who grew up in the industrial east side of Cleveland in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Philip Patrick, Jean Catherine, and Sue and Yarish. I was briefly in the U.S. Marine Corps, hoorah, and in 1920 was part of the United States occupation of the Dominican Republic. Regrettably, this misadventure was my only travel outside the United States. In the late 1930s, I, as did my younger brother Peter, worked for our mother Mary in her confectionery shop in Cleveland, at 2622 St. Clair Avenue. Sadly, that building no longer stands, and there is no known photograph of the building's exterior. I would later work for the Fisher Body Division of General Motors Company as a machine operator. That hard work paid well, finally. I'm glad I shared my life story with you. I hope you found this interesting. Farewell, love and kisses.